There's my Junkyard transfer case. Now what's funny is, pardon me, I gotta switch hands. They come with these like little spinny do washers, kind of like the lug nuts on a Ford. Oh god, I had to fart. Sorry about that. But mine didn't have that. Mine are like a tapered nut that go in, and maybe that's the whole issue of why mine kept backing off. They didn't have this little thing there to kind of separate the two and allowed mine to kind of like shake and vibrate off. I don't know, but whoo, man, that's clean. That's fucking nice in there. That's good. I'm happy. What's funny is even in neutral, you know, so you can turn this on a bit, but if you turn it slow enough, you can get it to kind of follow. So I wonder, even with my locking hubs, if that'll even do anything, because I think it's still going to want to spin under there. But whatever, as long as it doesn't cause the vibration and all the problems we've been having, I'm happy with it. Looks like everything else is pretty clean on it. They said it came out of a truck with 80,000 miles, so I'm happy there. Okay, so I got a bunch of parts in the mail. Everything showed up except the new oil pan. I got transmission pan. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. Anyways, I got the deep son of a bitch one. It's like deeper than my dick, and it's all aluminum. It's got the fins. I only got it because I want it for the cooling, not really for the capacity. They did have ones that were thinner, you know, not as thick, but I figured, what the fuck, you know, why not? More fluid, more money. I don't know why I did it. Anyways, very clean, very good. This came complete. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I want to say I bought it for $400, but I'll check. I'll put a little picture of what I paid for it. But it was cheap enough. That's why I bought this one. This was a used one, wasn't new, but it was kind of like a hand pick thing. And he had 3 of them, and I just was just like, hey man, give me whatever looks the cleanest and doesn't have a lot of fucking, you know, bullshit in it, no play and missing teeth. I did shove it in there just to see. This transfer case would have worked. That wasn't that bad, but the whole thing is this truck, it does nothing but drive and drive and drive and drive. And so for me to kind of cheap out on something, and 200,000 miles down the road it breaks again because I cheaped out when I could have went 500,000 miles without any stops, it would irritate me. Okay, so it's wrapped. This is the end of the transmission, that tail part that I took off, not knowing if it would allow me to pull that shaft out that was all fucking ate off. Anyways, got this part here. That was like $120, I believe. Yeah, it was $120. This was $180. And what this does is it mounts to the top of the transmission. You take these apart, with these bolts in between. You mount this to the top of the transmission, then you bolt these bolts together, and it's supposed to keep the transmission from wanting to tear in half, crack or something weird. Anyways, I watched a long time ago when I first bought this truck. I watched videos on ATS about this, and I was always interested in doing it. And I said I'd do it on my next transmission that I ever bought, or if I did rebuild, and now I got it, so I'm doing it. So it's $180, it's $120, and there's this kit here. This was $700. Yeah, this wasn't cheap. I think it was like $750 actually. There's a little filter that goes on the sides. It has just about everything. I mean, hell, look at this. I mean, it comes with gears even, you know. It's got everything you can think of in this kit. I mean, there was spare no expense type thing here. Let's see what else we got. Except for the cork gasket. I'm a fan of cork gaskets to a point. You know, the new synthetic technology, I almost did a tongue twister there, is way better. I mean, it's by far. This stuff here, you get, if you tighten it just too much, this will tear or it mushes and then you become a leak. And then also if you put sealant on them, it kind of fucks them up too sometimes. And hard to get off later. I've never had good luck with them. I mean, they're not, like I said, if you know what you're doing, they're okay, but I'm not sold on cork. Never have been. Anyways, I mean, here's more shit. in there. Let's see. That's shit. And clutches. Now, this is the part that I'm scared of. And you're asking, why are you scared of doing the clutches? Well, because you have to put them in the right way. There's like a front, back, and, facing it and all this other shit. And if you mess it up, then there's an overdrive and there's an underdrive. And it's like, So, yeah, you have to, like, put those things in there, too. You have to intermix them. And, I don't know. About ready to drop this piece of shit off at some repair shop, some transmission shop. Fuck. So it did come with the brass sleeves, but I don't think I'm going to be doing these because some of these you got to cut them out and you got to press them. And so if anybody needs this or wants to buy it, I'll sell it. If anybody wants it, let me know. And I'll sell this son of a bitch. I'll put it on offer up too, and we'll see if anybody wants it. Well, we're inside the garage area because it started fucking raining on me earlier. I had this about halfway done. I just finally got that son of a bitch shoved in there, put the pump on, and now I got the cover back on. That was kind of a funky deal here. I've never seen one kind of like that. It was really a new experience for me. But it's not that hard. It really doesn't fuck anything up. So I got to rebuild the valve body thing here. I don't really have to, because honestly, I'll show you here. Everything was fucking clean. I mean, it was nice looking. We got that extra, I don't know what this thing is, the gear. This is the old one, but fuck, it was still good, still clean. These are, this is like a plunger thing changed out, but Jesus, look at these clutches. I mean, they're fucking like brand new. I mean, those are like brand new. The valve body thing, I gotta rebuild it. It's got all the bullshit there. I'm gonna look into if I should crack that open or just clean it up and put it back on, because I never really had any shifting issues with it. Let's see. So yeah, just I mean, everything looked fucking good. I mean, all the seals, not bad at all. But the clutch materials, all of them were good. I mean, that's a back plate there, but that's a back plate. But I mean, it's the back of it. But anyways, I mean, look at that. Look at that. So nice. Every one of them. None of them were wore out. Every one of them was still good. They're so good, you can still read things on them. I mean, look at that. You can still read that. They never even wore this fucker out. It's sad. Nothing scored up. Everything's clean. And this truck I bought, it had 140,000, and I put 340,000 on it. Look at this. I mean, so I think it was rebuilt though, right when I bought it. But still, that's what is that? 200,000 miles, pretty much, and not even a mark. And all this truck's done is haul shit. Well, I got it all finished. I'm gonna put it under there. I really didn't get it finished, but I did. I'll show you why. But got this brace on. Really looks good. I mean, nobody's going to see it. But it's supposed to help with these cases. I guess they crack and... Oh, fuck. I guess they crack and break and from the torque and the stress. So this thing here, you basically bolt it on first with these loose, and then you tighten these up, and it's supposed to like squish it together or pull it somehow so it won't crack. And me towing, I want it fixed. Well, here's the part that I did not finish. It is this, because the mail lost this. I have a P.O. box, that's why I have it, for stuff like this. And it shows it's been delivered. It showed it was there like 3 days ago, but I couldn't get it because I was in a whole nother state. Well, I show up to get all the parts, and I didn't have this one, even though it said it was there. So I go back inside and I ask, and she says, oh, that says come from FedEx. So usually it's still on their truck. They get here around like 12 o'clock. I said, no. The damn thing says it was here like 3 days ago. What? They go back there, they look, we can't find it. So Jeffrey, whoever works there at the post office, who has the same truck, found it, and it's on his truck now. So I gotta wait for the son of a bitch to come in the mail, so I can't fill this up with fluid. So I haven't put filters in them yet. I haven't put anything in. I just put this on to protect the valve body while I roll it around on the front floor and scrape it up and everything else, which is kind of nice because once I get it up in the air, I can take this thing off after it's all beat up from the jack and everything else and put my nice cover on. And, you know, it's kind of something I wasn't going to do. I was going to put everything on and then put it up, but this kind of saves it. So in a way, it's kind of nice. Jeffrey stole it, and now I got to wait 3 fucking days to get it. All right, got the transmission up. Let me get my hand out of the way. I got the transmission up, and it went in there slicker than hell shit. I got to tell you, Dodge is generous with the room up there in the tunnel and everything else, because you got to change the transmission every fucking 20 miles or something like that. So they already expected that one. Anyways, getting ready to put this newish transfer case in. I already got it plugged in. Got most of the sensors plugged in. I have one plug I can't seem to find where it goes. There's only 3 sensors on the transmission, and I have 4 plugs. So, and you know, and then I have the one also on the back of here. And how the hell did I end up with more plugs than sensors? Anyways, once I get this up, I get the drive shaft in it. Problem is, again, the pan, so I gotta wait because I don't want to fill this up with fluid just to test it out and I have to drop it all again. There's no, if there was they should have put a stupid little, oh god, what the fuck do you call them, little drain plug in there, and that would have made life easier. I probably would have done it just to see, and then because it would have got all the clutch packs wet for me and all that stuff. I didn't pre-wet them, as you saw in the videos, but or maybe I didn't video that. But anyways, I never pre-wetted my clutches. You don't have to. There's 2 different styles, 2 different ways. You know, there's no wrong or right. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put this together finally and wait for that fucking thing to come in. Look at that! Oh yeah, baby! That fucking thing came in. I got it all up in there. But yeah, I got that oil pan. That fucking dude who stole it, he brought it back, thank God. Anyways, the goddamn thing works, man. It runs. Woohoo! I took the, oh, whatever you call it, put it on that truck there. I'm at my one other property here, switching out shit, because I gotta go pick up my other trailer, which is at my other property. Also, I'm going to the scrapper. I'm just getting too many of these goddamn things. Catalytic converters. We'll see if they give me a hard time about that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick up my other trailer and go make some fucking money, because I spent it all doing all this shit, sitting back and not working during the orange flu. Alright, now we're going down the road, testing out the old transmission. Yes, sirree. Get you a little view here.
They're all messed up.
Yeah, you know, it honestly, I've already driven the dumb thing, and it shifts exactly the same as it did before. No different. Same downshift, same upshifts, same goddamn thing. There's no difference whatsoever, other than the splines are not ripped off. So there you go. Transmission build, super easy. Oh god damn that motor.